month, so I'm so happy to see everyone here in the virtual world. So my name is Caroline. I am a professional MC and a full-time artist. I also teaches art and craft, art and creative session to children too. So thank you so much for coming on board and spending your precious Friday night with us here at ET Youth. So as usual, before we start, I will introduce to you what is ET Youth. ET Youth is a hybrid talk show, and I'm going to ask the physical audience over here at Kota Kemuning to make some noise. So physical audience, make some noise. So you can hear there's a lot of excited people in the audience right now. So and we also have people who are online, which is people who are like you who are online. Thank you for coming coming to ET Youth here. Please do say hi in the comment to all of us. So what does ET Youth does is actually we want to empower young people or just people in general to follow their heart, to discover their passion and turn their passion into a career. And how does we, and be the best version of yourself, of course. But how we do that is actually by featuring successful people, some such as the person who's sitting next to me. So I will be introducing her shortly, but just give me a moment. So we introduce and also successful people and their story of how they follow their heart, how they turn their passion into career, and what is their secret recipe to success. So each one of them has their own secret recipe, and today we will listen a secret recipe about habit pattern from our featured guest speaker here. So as usual, ET Youth is brought to you by ET Ideas, a social business incubator that empower people and transform people from within to follow their heart and turn their passion into career itself, and eventually to give back to the society. And one way to give back to society is actually to show you, to tell you their stories, and hopefully it inspires you to even take the first step itself. So if you have already signed up, once again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you can ask ahead your question or say hi to the guest speaker we have here today before we start the show. And for your information too, ET Youth is also supporting the cause at PMDK and NGO. If you have been following all of our series of talk show for the past few months, you will have known what is PMDK NGO. And PMDK NGO basically empowers students, but empower youth all across Malaysia, going to different schools and to give children a platform, an opportunity to have entrepreneurship and also finance literacy. So you can check out more about PMDK NGO. We will send the link, and if not, you can just visit their Instagram itself. So anyway, coming back to this whole show. So now only, I know you have been listening to me the past 2-3 minutes talking non-stop, but it's just an introduction right now. So now finally we're going into introducing our guest speaker. So I'm just going to ask our guest speaker right here. Are you nervous?
I just have one question
for
you. Are you breathing? I see you talk non-stop.
It's a habit pattern.
Okay.
You have been practicing
I'm
this.
just so impressed with you talking non-stop for how many minutes?
I don't know. I think it's 2-3 minutes over there.
Okay.
So thank you for
I'm just admiring that.
Okay, with us here is the founder of EHT Lifestyle. She's also an autism fitness trainer. She's also a certified fitness personal trainer. If you don't know what is that, it's American Council on Exercise Certified Personal Trainer. She's also a health and wellness coach. On top of that, she's a former badminton player of the state of Kedah, representing Kedah, Malaysia itself, which is extremely interesting story that we will ask her and hope we should share as interesting as it is to us in our pre-interview too. So Hui Ting, do you want to say hi first to everyone?
Hello. I cannot talk 3 minutes non-stop like that, right? Hi.
Okay, so that's
okay. Now my energy is up.
Okay. Okay, there's I just want to say hi to all our audience here also, because everybody is saying hi. It says Cindy is saying hi. Hi Cindy, nice seeing you. I met Cindy on Facebook actually. And there's Natalia. Hi Natalia. Hi Devina. Hi Arisha. Hi Allah. Okay, there's many people. Yes, please look at YouTube too. So thank you so much for saying hi to us. And we shall begin the very first question. Okay, the very first question is more of a game. So everyone, you can play this game with us. Put it in the chat, YouTube chat, your answer. Okay. So if you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and play the game. The game is very related to today's topic. Am I cultivating the right habits to achieve my goals? So the first game that we're gonna play is, we're talking about habits, we're talking about goals and stuff like that. And even in the title itself is asking about, am I cultivating the right habit? What does that mean? So I'm going to ask everybody here, including Hui Ting, to give us one phrase or one word in the chat box. What does it mean by successful habits? Yeah, so what does it mean by successful habits? So I think it's a good question. So I'm going to give everyone 5-second countdown and look at the chat box. Please tell us, what is a successful habit? Yes, what is a successful habit? You can say one word, maybe hard. For me, the first thing that came to mind is hardworking. So I don't know, procrastination seems to be something that's very difficult for me to overcome. So maybe hardworking is a successful habit that I want to cultivate. Okay. Anyone else? You can put in the chat box right now. Focus. Oh, focus. Okay, thank you, physical audience. Focus, very nice. Okay, Natalia here is saying persevering and not giving up. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, we will talk about it. We will talk about focus also. Yes. What else? What else? Keep it coming. Okay, Arisha said identifying, planning, and tracking progress towards your career goals. I repeat, very nice. Identifying, planning, and tracking progress towards your career goals. And Devina here mentioned discipline. Divanan here saying is planning. You can keep it coming if there's anything else. So in 5 seconds, I'll be closing this questionnaire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Too fast already, 5 seconds.
They help you to gain at least 1 minute before you answer this question.
Please keep the comment coming.
Yes, they are. You guys are a fan of waiting, I guess. They really keep the comment coming. Okay. So being disciplined and self-esteem. Okay, nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this question towards Hui Ting, which is our guest speaker. So what does it mean to have a successful habit?
Actually, I don't really quite understand these questions.
Okay, thank you for being truthful.
Yeah, to me, I would say like a habit is just a habit, and whether it's a good habit or so-called, what is that called? Whether it's just a habit to, how do I say it? That's why. Let me collect my thoughts.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should start from what is habit?
Habit. Okay, so you see, habit is something like you keep on repeat doing every day until you form a certain habit. Like you can, like, example, brushing teeth. Is it the habit?
I never thought of it. I mean, it's something automated that you do.
Yeah, it's already like the first morning in the first thing in the morning you wake up. The first thing is like brush teeth. For some people is to brush their teeth. For some people is to drink water. So you have certain routine or certain habit that you do every day. You cultivate. You do it so regular that it becomes automated.
Part of you.
Part of your life. So that is the habit.
So it's like one day if I don't brush my teeth, it feels weird. So that is habit, is it? One day if I don't do it, it feels weird.
It feels weird, yes.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so we are talking about why this title come about, right? Am I cultivating the right habits?
Because why I don't quite really understand these questions is, what does you mean by successful? Because to me, I will see it as what is the habit that is you want to cultivate related to your goal. So to every different people, the meaning of successful will be different. Okay. So I will say, like, what is the habit that you want to cultivate in order to achieve your goal?
Okay.
So I mean,
okay. So can we backtrack a little bit? So since you mentioned this, right? I totally agree.
Chit-chat already.
Yeah, I totally agree. Success is something very different for everyone, right? So what does it mean by successful to you then?
what does that mean successful to me?
You guys can help Hui Ting to answer too. You give her a minute to ponder upon.
It's okay. Back then, I just share my story. So different stage of my life, I would say, have a different meanings to what I see or my point of view of successful mean. So back then, when I was in the secondary school, I only have two goals probably, which is achieve my academy. Okay, and that means to score excellent in my academy, and also at the same time, because I represent my states for badminton, right? So I need to excel on that. And actually, to be truthful, one of the I don't know how I get it. Become the states player, but yeah, I did got it into the state player. And how to say that the goal that time. Is it my goal or my family goal is for me actually to get into the national player. So for me, during that period of time, this will be the, what's that called? If I achieve like very good academic result, if I manage to go to become like a national player, then I will see myself as successful habit. So that was during the secondary school time, for an example.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you're touching on the secondary school time, and many of us here, many of our viewers here are actually from the secondary school age. So they're 18, or they can be 18 and 30 to 31 age and stuff like that. So you guys are here to, what is it called? They are here, they're still very young. And many of them are looking at what are the things that they are doing as a habit. What are the goals that they're looking at also? So can you tell us a little bit more about your time when you were pursuing these goals, which is in your academic and also in your goals to be the national state player of Kedah? What are the things that becomes a habit pattern? How do you build it?
Oh, okay, that's a long story. Okay, so I start with my primary school first, or maybe since my childhood, where I remember my memory. I used to like to play badminton a lot.
Okay.
And what happened was I remember when I was 4 or 5 years old. Then my parents used to bring us to the what's that called, the playground, and then we used to play badminton there. That's how I start to like play badminton that time. So during as I remember when I went to primary school, what happened before school the classes start, right? So usually we will have like I will reach the school much earlier. So we'll have a short period of time. And what happened is what's that called? We let some
There's an advertisement right in front of us.
Yes,
That
there's an
happening.
advertisement. So we let the advertisement pass first. Okay. So when there's a short period window of time where before the classes start, then I used to play badminton with my classmate. I would bring my racket, and then we'll bring my shuttlecock, and then I remember like because morning is very chill and all this thing, very windy, very nice weather. Last time, not as today. Nowadays, like very hot.
Yeah.
So I like badminton during primary school and play quite well. That's how what's that called? And I won several competitions, right? In between the school, start as the school first, and then when I went to primary school, before that in primary school, right? It's like playing the badminton is every day because I am having fun. So I really like to play badminton. I will invite my classmate. Oh, hey, come play badminton. I really have fun having that. So it's like every day, unless it's rainy day, I will bring my badminton racket. Just having fun there.
Yeah.
And then moving on to secondary school where there's election started, and I remember there's elections where you got to train under a certain coaches. The coaches came from China that time. So I remember first round I didn't got into it, and then I get a little bit disappointed and sad that time. And then what happened was the second round I managed to get selected lah. And then from there that's where the training started.
Mhm.
So probably I didn't know, I didn't anticipate how's the training will be, or how's the training, badminton training will be like.
Expectation versus reality.
Yes, expectation. Like you see, primary school, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
And then secondary school, when the training start, I was like, oh wow. that's the training. That's how like training a badminton routine to be like. Like every day, it's also like a routine. You see, from primary school, I already start cultivating like practicing playing badminton. That's how I'm getting good at it, right? And then secondary school, when I went to training, and that time, because secondary school already, and my the pressure of like achieving academic excellence also start to like very competitive. One thing about my characteristic, I'm quite a very competitive person. Not only that, because I participate in badminton, I become even more competitive because who want to lose in badminton match?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to lose.
Yes, nobody want to lose. So that indirectly, like cultivate one of my characteristic of become very competitive, and that is like I want to do well in academic too. I want to show my parents that I can do well in my academic too at the same time. So I remember during the secondary school time, the schedule, my schedule was very very packed or very routine.
How does that mean? Pack means what?
I give an example.
Okay.
Because I stay in Kedah, so it's still the same 5 school day. We still have 2 days of weekends, right? They just say our school day will be from Sunday to Friday. Sunday to Friday. Okay, correct or not? Cannot remember.
Sunday to.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But still a 5 day school. So during school day, what happened? My example of my schedule will be if I'm attending afternoon class.
Yeah.
Like I'm attending government school, right? So from 1 to form 3, it was afternoon class. So the time morning will be free.
Yeah.
So morning 8 to 12 will be my badminton. 4 hours I will spend in a badminton court and training. The training not just the training not just practice my badminton skill, of course that included, but a lot of it is involved in the fitness, what's that called? Fitness training, because you need to build up your strength, your endurance, your stamina,
So
cardio,
run,
everything.
pumping, everything.
Yes, everything.
4 hours every day.
Every day.
Gosh.
That's the example. Every day.
Okay,
I only have 1 day of rest, which is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sunday. Yes, Sunday is my day of rest. So if I attended afternoon school, morning 4 hours will be my training day, and then I rush back to have my lunch, and then I went to the school because afternoon schools I think start about 1-ish something, if I'm not mistaken. So I rushed to the school and then attended, I don't know how many hours, too long already, sorry. School too long already. And then after school, until I reach home about 6 or 6:30, and then I have 1 hour or half an hour max to grab my dinner, a quick dinner, and then I need to attend a tuition class because very competitive person, so I must attend a tuition class, and that is my daily routine every day except Saturday, Sunday. Saturday there's no school, right? So but there is badminton training. So usually that's my schedule lah. If I'm in morning school, morning will attend to the school, then afternoon will be badminton training, and then at the evening will be the tuitions.
Okay.
So this will be my routine. In a way, it's like it's so
rigid. Yes. My question to you is, I know I'm curious. My question, it's so rigid. I'm a creative person. I cannot, if I have a schedule like that, I cannot. I will burst out crying all the whole day.
But okay, what's your question? Sorry.
Do you enjoy the process? It's for 5 years, right, in high school?
6 years.
6 years. Okay, for 6 years you've been doing this. Do you enjoy it at that time?
Okay, to be honest, like I mentioned, during the primary school, I enjoyed it a lot, playing badminton. And when I started to get into this kind of very rigid routine and very exhausted training, at the same time, I need to how to say, take care of my academy. At one point of time, I think after 1 or 2 years, I start to get like exhausted and feeling a bit tired. And then that's where I start, I don't really enjoy playing badminton anymore. But how to say, years of training has like, how to say that or the discipline or the rigid schedule, it already, the habit already formed. So it's like I cannot skip school. Not that I don't like study. I cannot skip school, right? You need to study. And badminton wise, I only lost my interest during the last year of my secondary school, which is during the year when I want to what's that called, the SPM exam, right? Yeah. During that time, that's the where I felt the pressure already, like the stress already, that I couldn't cope both. So that's the year where I dropped off the badminton.
I've known you, Hui Ting, and I ask anyone, okay, before we get you on the show, so of course we interview people and say, who's the next person we should this one? So everybody suggested Hui Ting. So I'm like, yes, let's go with Hui Ting. So people, everyone that I have met says this habit pattern discipline. Very disciplined. Even in and discipline, resilient. Yes, that's the word. Resilient. Discipline, resilient, persistent, consistent. However words that I can fish out, these are all the words that people keep throwing at me. And
when talk about me,
yes, when talk about you. So the truth is, I'm trying to get there too, but it never happened. Persistent, resilient, consistent, whatever turn. I can only see turnover, so I never say anything else. So I wonder how
you become turnover.
Yes, surrender. Yes, surrender, like kata like that. The thing is, how does this habit, does this character that you have today, how do you build that? How do you build that actually?
How do I build that?
Yeah.
Long story short, if you went through the life that my secondary school life, generally you have that, what is that called, the habit. Okay, how to say it? Joke aside lah.
Okay, yeah.
How do I build that habit? Like, okay, example, right now what I'm doing is, I work with people with their health. So I do health coaching, I train them in terms of their exercise, looking out their health and stuff like that. And on top of that, I also work with special needs, people with what's that called, autistic, Down syndrome, or other neurodivergent populations. So it's not easy to work with.
We have a few photos of that actually.
Yes,
So we bring it out.
At the same time as well, I am ET Idea Associate, part of one of the council member of ET Idea. So, and recently also, I think last year, also what's that called? Holding a title, so-called title. I'm not sure if I'm doing the work or not.
Of a vice president of the NGO PMDK that we are supporting their cause at the same time.
PMDK, and also that's the reason why I'm sharing what I'm doing. And also I think during the pandemic time, what's that called? I was like, how to say, assigned to do, how to say, deliver some, what's that called, the Ascendant Teenage Entrepreneur book sets to the school.
Yes.
So these are the tasks that how to say, I'm doing. And I also don't know how I can do this. Then when we share about discipline, what is that called?
Perseverance,
resilience, whatever, run or whatever things like that. So I was thinking, looking back to my what's that called, my life, right? Actually, the training or the training of my badminton training and the so-called rigid routine that you mentioned, it kind of shaped me or built my characteristic and built my habit. Because how to say, every day I need to wake up at every day I need to wake up at 6 o'clock, and then I need to get ready, go to school, and then or badminton training if not, and then come back. I only have 1 hour break, and then I need to go to badminton training, come back, 1 hour break, and then tuition, and then come back. I need to do my homework, no revision. Sometimes didn't do my homework, copy others people's homework. Not an example to
truthful.
follow.
Don't copy people's homework.
Yes. And sometimes I fell asleep in the tuition.
Okay.
During the tuition. So this kind of what's that called, the routine, helped me to be accountable to the responsible that me as a student and me as a badminton player. I have two goals to achieve that time.
Yeah.
Right, achieve my academic excellence and play well in my badminton. So in order to do that, I need to follow my schedule.
Yeah.
So it's like I would say it helped me during back then, the study days, like helped to shape my so-called discipline, or the grit. Yep.
GRIT, grit.
Yeah.
So it's actually what I'm hearing you saying is you have a very clear, specific goals.
That time.
Academic excellence,
Yes.
and being a national player, or badminton player in your high school time.
Yes.
And you look towards that goal.
Yes.
And you continuing do whatever activity that's necessary, the responsibility, I would say, that is necessary for you to achieve that. And it's very consistent effort every single day.
And one thing I would say is like, because I'm training under a coach who he came from China, and the way he trained us is very it's like military training. You can imagine that.
How does military training work?
I don't know. Yes, I will get scolded. I'll get scolded, and after each of every competitions or every match, the badminton match, we need to write a journal or a diary to reflect that, okay, what went well, what went wrong, what goes wrong, what are the things that I can improve. So on top of that, on top of the school homework, this will be my homework also.
Wow, double time homework.
Yeah. So these are the things that it's so busy. My days are packed.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't have time to
drama.
Yes. Yes.
Non-existing imagination happening in the head.
I cannot say then I'll be a robot already. Perfect already.
Yes. But very minimal lah.
God also lah.
God also. I love how truthful she is. Okay, actually I have here questions, and also comments I would like to read out from Cindy. Cindy, you mentioned about responsibility versus passion versus habit. Can you elaborate a little bit more? Do you mean it as a question or as a comment to certain things? If you can, explain a little bit more in the comment, it will be very helpful. And Davina here is asking, would you say you push yourself to do things you didn't like? And did it affect your mental health?
I would say I enjoyed it until the last year of my secondary school year, academic year, which until then I realized that I don't like it already. That's where I made a decision to drop it, or to focus more on my academic results.
Okay.
Back then I was able to do that. Yes. And then one part of me, sometimes your heart will say something lah. One part of me is like, I still want to play. It's just that no matter, doesn't matter if I get into national, but that's my goal. But unfortunately, I didn't get into that. What's that called? The national player level. And during that time, it's like SPM already, and I also don't know. I realized that, okay, I need to focus more on my academic result. Okay, then I just choose my focus to be on the academic side.
Okay. Okay. I do want to continue this story, but actually I have a clip, that will compile your whole journey that we listen to you. And from that journey itself, we will continue this conversation shortly, because there's a question from that clips that I want to show you.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, we have a clip for you actually. So if you guys ready for the clip, we're going to play the clip shortly in 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
That's a surprise one. for you to build a new habit pattern, you have been living your life for so long, 10, 20 years. So it's not just possible for us just to break the habit pattern like in split second or in weeks or months, right?
Okay.
So it takes time to build the habit pattern.
Welcome back, and in this particular segment, I'll be talking to Miss Yap Hui Ting, who is a fitness trainer. Hi, welcome to the
我
show.
们就请到了 EHT Lifestyle 的创办人叶慧婷。Hello， 慧婷早安。
Hello, Hui.
Very different in the sense that one, she does her PT in a very wholesome basis.
She helps me to also realize how my body reacts to different kinds of situations, and it helps me to manage my health better. And that's the compilation that we have for your whole life. We compile into 1 minute, 22 seconds. It's just a glimpse for everyone to see. Because the topic itself, am I cultivating the right habit pattern to achieve my goals, actually comes from listening to your story when you were in high school. And
Very nice video.
Yeah. Thank you to our crew member Hajas over there. She's
Yes.
behind the scene actually. You guys can give her a round of applause for the very nice video. Okay, so coming back, so moving forward, actually, moving forward, you have gone into corporate life, right? You achieve your academic excellence, and you went into a corporate life. You have a very successful career, and at some point, you change your career into being who you are today, which is a certified fitness trainer, right? So, my question to you is, how do you what is called start your fitness training, right? When you work with people, is very different. And as per how the clip people say, you're focusing on holistic and all. And my question to you, Hui Ting, holistic, you look at people's habit pattern, you look at people's programming and things like this. Now I'll leave it to you to talk more about it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So the thing is, your training when you were younger is a bit more the military type. So there's discipline.
Yes.
And when you start working with people on fitness, usually how health and fitness works, right? If I understand, if I say it wrongly, you guys can tell me so also. But I believe people outside there, when you have a coach outside, it's very much, do this, you can do this, 1, 2, go down, 2, 3, 4, do pumping, do this, do that. So you have a certain way. Am I wrong? Because I see this on TV. Right. Yes, the drill and drill. There's a lot of drilling, To tell the truth, after I see that, I scared. I don't want to get a personal training because of that. But when when Hui Ting Hui Ting does work with me a certain extent to on my health also, but it's a bit different. You look at holistic, you don't force people to do things. And can you tell a little bit more, how do you work with people on health and building their habits?
How do I work with people?
Yeah.
I thought you would talk about corporate life. I was like,
Oh.
no.
You can talk from whichever that comes from.
What's the question? How do I work with people?
Yeah.
After I quit my job, and then there's a period of time I start to working on myself first. That time, long story short, to understand how my habit work, how my programming work, because one of the reason I quit my job, because it's already affecting my physical health and mental health as well.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't take during corporate life. To a certain extent, I did take care of my health, but most of the time, to be honest, I didn't. So one reason I quit because of that. I want to focus more on my self-development because it's really start affecting me. And for I think almost 1 year, 9 months to 1 year, I worked with my mentor to understand myself, to understand how how to say, before I can work with people, first I need to understand myself first, how my emotions work, how my habit work, how is that going to affect the things that I'm going to do, right? So I took about that period of time to learn that. And then when I started to work with people, and until today, to be honest, I'm still learning how to say, because I came from a background like I'm very disciplined.
Yeah.
So sometimes, right, I really the truth come out already. Sometimes it's challenging for me to understand why I cannot do a certain or cannot follow their regimes or the routine, etc. Until
Can feel. Okay.
yes. But I have changed a lot. It has improved a lot. That when I learned like how habits form, how programming works from my mentor, right? So I learned that different people just have different pace of different pace of learning.
Okay.
I cannot push it through. So certain people, I can work with them like they can achieve their goal a bit faster. I am talking about health goal. But some of my clients, I just understand that, they need time. The pace of the learning will be different because talking about habit is the things that you keep on doing every day, day in, day out without miss, right?
Yeah.
That's how you form your habit. So you have been, living your, same like the clips, I'm going to repeat again, but now live. You have been living your habit for so many years. So Sunday I asked you to change the habit, like even like, what's that called? Exercise or your food, or even to become like to think differently. For example, how do I expect you to change like in a week or a month or 2 months or even in a year?
True.
Yes, there
True.
are clients I work with like for many years, and it's still, we are still changing some of the habit one at a time. So it's not easy to change a habit because different people just have, this one I learned recently. They will have different pace of learning. Some people, and the way that I work with them or I coach them also different. Some people will prefer the drilling, like what you say.
Pump in, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes. Some people you need to sayang them. You need to give in a bit first, allow them to eat or do whatever they like first, and then, so that to me like only recently I learned like, okay, that's, as long as you have a goal, you set a goal, you want to achieve the goal. It doesn't matter it won't say, it doesn't matter it take how long. Eventually you will reach the goal as long as you take the steps to work on it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So-
don't know what I'm off for
Yeah.
topic.
No.
already.
It's deep. It's deep. So the host itself is processing actually. So I can see the audience here also processing the same thing. You see, yeah, they're nodding. So the thing is,
I can give you another
Yeah.
example. Very interesting client that I have. She is in her, what's that called, 50s. I train her online. So very, she's the client that will make me wake up early lah, because she'll choose the 6:30 a.m. slots. That also the habit making me like wake up early once a week, every 6:30 lah, every Monday. Okay, so thanks to the the earlier days that
Training.
the training, it kind of like the discipline part kicks in a bit faster. Thanks to that. And this client that I have, right, she is in the mid 50 already, and she went through a lot of things in life and stuff like that lah. So when I talk to her and stuff like that, you can see the words that she used, the habit, the words that she used. You can see she choose to use like a bit, people will say it a
okay.
negative word. Then I can see that's a habit already. So it's not easy for me to change that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
for about yes,
There's a quote that say actually,
Yeah.
happiness is a habit. Cultivate it. It's an actual quote. To be happy is a habit. We gotta cultivate it.
oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It depends on what what you choose to think and how you choose or what you choose to respond or react. Yes. And back to this client.
Yeah.
What makes me fascinates to work with this client was I worked with her for about I think 6 months, and because we have one of our common therapies, which is our chirotherapies. So we went to the same chirotherapies, and then one day the chiro told me, "Hey, you know this person? She changed a lot, quite a bit, huh?" I said, "Yes, sir." I didn't realize that. I mean, usually I won't realize that right, until other people tell me. I say, what are the things that change? I say, she's not so negative already. I said, oh, yes. So when I channel this message back to her, it makes her so happy. After that, only I pay attention a little bit on the words that she say. She's trying her best to change the habit. So every time I need to correct. As the same as I correct myself as well.
Very interesting. Very interesting meeting. I have a question for you. Guys, if you have a question, you can ask ahead in this, whoever who's in the physical talk show. But if you have a question who are online watching us, you can actually ask ahead your question in the chat box also. But before that, I have a question for you, Hui Ting. For example, there's always, I don't know, my brain is like, there's always steps for you to do things, right? For example, okay, in our last talk show that we have, people, it's about art of communication.
Yes, I watched that.
Yes, you watched that, right? So there is a steps that we say. The first, so I asked our guest speaker, what's the first step? So the first step they say is breathe. and she said you taught her how to breathe. Okay. But before we go into that, we definitely will ask you to teach us how to breathe. So what is that first step to form a habit, to see a habit? I don't know what's the first step that you see in your client for you to be okay to work with them and then help them to change and form a new route of habit. What is that first step?
First step is allowed to do what they like to do first.
Oh, okay. Can you elaborate on that?
This one is related to my clients, right?
Yeah.
How do I work with them to change the habits, correct?
Yeah.
So, like I said, habit, it takes years. I don't know how many years. It takes years to change your habit because you have been living your life. Like I just give you an example. After secondary school, I completely stopped my physical activity. That means I went to university. Then during my career time, I completely stopped my exercise or physical activity. So that was like about 10 years. So I've been living that kind of sedentary lifestyle years. So when I quit my job and start my career as a fitness trainer, it's not easy for me to build, I need to achieve certain level of fitness in order to train people, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not too that very muscular or this one, but you have certain of requirement. So for me to cultivate or go back to the active habit during the secondary school time is not easy.
Yeah.
So I remember I have this attitude, and most of my clients have this attitude. I call it a yaya papaya attitude.
Okay, please define what's yaya papaya for everyone here also.
Yaya papaya means you do one thing, like hangat-hangat tai ayam. That's yaya papaya in English.
Yeah.
So it's like you will do one thing and then you will do it for maybe about a week or a month or maybe 3 months, and then you don't see the result and then you just quit lah. That's yaya papaya for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. Where was
So
I?
coming back to a lot of people who start off
Even
to change
myself
habit planning
also.
say yaya papaya.
Yeah. To build new habits, right? I also as a start, right? Yaya papaya. I remember when
ready. Okay. So it's just an apology to everyone who's online. Yeah, we will be right back, and we are back right now. We have technical difficulties just a moment ago, so we'll continue with the stories. Because the story is so interesting and so important. That is why this is happening. So this is the important lessons right now. So let's come back to this story. So let's start from where should we start again? From Yaya Papaya.
Yaya Papaya already. And most of my clients, they
Yeah.
will start something because something has happened to them.
Yeah.
And then they will react to the event. And then usually this will not be lasting. It's not lasted. Like usually it will be like 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Then I need to, how to say that? Because when they are excited, right?
Yeah.
They will want to do things. They want to do every day. How to say? I think I want to take your sessions, 2 or 3 sessions a week.
Yeah.
So initially, when I just started my career, I will take it. But along the way, as I learn, now I will, how to say? I will tell my client, why don't we start with just 1 session first, once a week first, to max twice a week. Yes. Okay. Then twice a week is for those people who have already, how to say, quite active in their lifestyle.
Okay.
Right. Most of my clients, I would suggest them once a week. So how to say, when they get too excited, they will Yaya Papaya to do things lah. And then they will build a habit. Yes.
Yeah.
They will, because out
Willpower.
of excitement, yes, willpower extra strong that time for
Yeah.
this few months, 1 to 3 months extra strong.
Yeah.
They will follow exactly what you say. They will do your exercise or the homework, that routine that you gave them. They will what is that called?
Can feel the slaps coming in.
the food, and they will sleep according to the number of hours that you suggest, and things like that lah. And then when after that, because how to say, the come back to the health, right? It's a long term journey. I like that. Yes. So it's a
Okay, our production team just telling us there's 10 more minutes.
yes. So it's a lifelong journey. So it takes times, right? So after 3 months, the excitement start to, how to say,
Fade off.
fade off
Yes,
already.
yeah.
Yes.
Just sink to the bottom of the sea.
Our
Bye-bye.
last client say. So the excitement start to fade out already. Then what is that to sustain you to continue this habit that you need to? So you started off usually with power, with the excitement, with the goal, and then along the way, a lot of people will, how to say, to a certain point, they will how to say, face the plateau, or I would say like stagnant stage.
Yeah.
That you don't feel the growth, or you don't feel I'm growing.
Yes.
In terms of
It's
the
frustrating.
result. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is frustrating. That is frustrating for me also, because it happened to me also. But it's just that one thing good lah, like I always say, you have your coach, you have your mentor, the right person to guide you. When you one thing I learned is to understand that, how to say that, the setback or the fallback or the relapse, I call, I try to find the word.
Yes, the setback, relapse, correct.
Yeah, the relapse is very normal. Just I first start to accept that first. That relapse is very normal, because a lot of people, when they face the relapse, they will think that, every time I do this, then I face the same thing, then it's not, how to say, the result will be the same. But actually it's not. That's what I told my client, because along the way they have built a certain habit already, you know. Even though they started off very excited, or Yaya Papaya, but still there is certain habits been formed. And when relapse happen, the things that you need to look at is those that how fast you can, how to say, bounce back, or how to say, get back on track. Yes, your effort is not wasted.
Okay.
The habit that you build is are not wasted, because it will help when you face the plateau, or when relapse happen. Those habits that like you build, right, like wherever the discipline, or the perseverance or resilience, it help you to get back on track slightly faster.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually, it's not the same every time you face the relapse.
Okay. It's interesting explanation actually. Would you be able to give us a simple simple please turn on the aircon for a bit. Okay. Yes. A simple example.
Okay, example.
Yeah.
So, okay, another client of me, she's almost the same age, 40-ish, like that. And what happened, how to say, she want to lose a certain number of weight, right?
Yeah.
So, been working with her for about also 4-5 months, like that. So, at the beginning, we meet like once a week, and then after 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, what happened? We start to increase the training the training frequency.
Yeah.
So we met 2 times a week, and then what happened? So during that time, that what's that called? The 2-3 months, right? She built the habits of like working out once or 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And then weekend also I gave her the homeworks like not work out or do anything that she like, any physical activity that she like, example running, walking, jogging or something like that, or mountain climbing. So she has built that habit. And then what happened was she went for traveling for about a month in different country.
Yeah.
So that's the 1 month that when you go travel, you get excited.
Breaks, yeah.
Break free, or you eat a lot or things like that lah.
Yeah.
It will disrupt your momentum. So when she come back, and she told me lah, it's very difficult. And then some what's that called, event happens to her life also. She need to take a pause to our sessions and stuff like that. And then when we when she finally come back, started the training again. So it's already like 1 month past already. So that's where that she will tell me like, I think it's so difficult. I need to do this. I need to start again, and then my weight go back to before I start again. I have lost a certain number of weight now after traveling, and something happened, and then all these things. Then I start my weight back to the beginning again.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very
Frustrating.
Yeah. And what I told her is what is that called? Depends on how you look at it, right? So how I look at it is like, I just told her, well, one good thing, you realize you are aware of it, and you come back. That's a very, very big steps already. At least you come back, you take the steps to come back, to get back on track, to try it again. And you will see this time when she started, she will pick up faster in terms of her movement, her mobility, and her discipline. She will pick up a bit faster. That's what I see.
It's like awareness before change.
ABC.
Yeah. Okay. We have a few questions here actually in the audience itself, and we only have like 4 more minutes, so I hope we can wrap all the questions in one go. First question is, okay, there's somebody agreed to, yeah, I feel I always go up and down, susah, talking about weight and health, I think so. And some other questions they asked you is about habit pattern. So one is from Devina, another one is from Cindy, so I'm going to read it out loud. So both basically is asking about what habits means to you, and okay, we go with Cindy's question first, and then I'll go with Devina's question. Okay, Cindy's question is, what does habit means to you, and how habits can affect an individual?
Okay, so I just take my life as an example. Habit means to me that the things that I do that every day, like for example, now I'm trying to build a habit of even as a trainer as well. I'm trying to build, not that I exercise every day, but for a period of time, actually, I kind of slack off. So now it's that, okay, I'm aware of that. So I try to build back my habit of my workout routine 2 to 3 times a week. So that is habit means to me. So you want to form something, habit, like whether you, is like, how to say it, it's not good or bad.
Okay.
It's just a habit, whether this habit supporting to achieve your goal or not.
Okay.
Like you want to sleep every day after lunchtime is also a habit. Correct or not? So that's what habit means to me. So it's certain things that you do that, how to say it,
Comes naturally to
come
you.
natural. You do it every day, then it just come naturally to you already. Like for me, apart from setting up working out the routine of workout 2 to 3 times a week, one of the habit I've formed already is this one. I'm expert. I will take a nap after my lunch. That has become my habit because this habit started when I was training. Go back to when I was young, when I was in primary school. When during the after school, I will go to what's I call my cousin sisters, cousin brother house, and spend some time with them. That's where their mom, my auntie, after having lunch, right?
Yeah.
They will ask us all
Go to sleep. Yes, totally understand.
So that's how my habit formed during that time. Ever since then, I don't know, somehow that habit is still stick to me until today. That after have lunch, I need to sleep.
Okay.
And even in my corporate world, after I have lunch, because sometimes I'll have lunch at office, right? So I'll just sleep on the table. So that's the habit that we form.
Very, very interesting. I never thought of that as an habit.
That is a habit.
I thought it's something
Because
more biology.
It's like right now, when I don't sleep after lunch, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, not every time, sometimes I will get like very agitated or uncomfortable. So that is your habit already.
Okay. So it's like that's a habit. So if you don't do that habit, right, it somehow makes you uncomfortable. Somehow it does triggers you to a certain point.
Yes.
Okay, I think everyone can relate to this too. Okay, next question is how to make a habit pattern stick. How to be consistent. This is a very beautiful question.
How to make,
Habit pattern stick. How to be consistent.
how to be consistent.
Yeah. That's our last question, and that's one of the toughest questions, I guess.
Not toughest, actually.
No.
It's a short, simple answer.
Okay.
You just have to do it every day, clock in and clock out,
No matter what.
no matter what.
So that's why Hui Ting actually have this web series called Keep It Up. And I love how her web series goes, the tagline of the web series.
Let me add on to
Yes,
this.
please.
How you can, what is the questions again?
Okay, how to be consistent, how to make the habit pattern stick to you.
At the beginning, the first step, you must have the goal, what you want to achieve. And then after that, you have a goal already. Most of the time at the beginning, you will need to use a lot of willpower
Okay.
at the beginning to form the new habit. Yes, that's the first step. Have goal, and you started off with the new power to form the new habit. When it formed already, it depends on individual. I don't know how long, because even you form the habit already, relapse can happen. But one thing is, you will come back on track, or you will come back faster each time, each relapse. Yes.
Okay.
So how long it will form the habit, that questions, to be honest, I don't know, because every one of us will be different. Like example, my sleeping habit after lunch is still, after so many years already, is still there. But somehow the workout routine, it will be, even for me as a trainer, it will be on and off, on and off, on and off. But each time I know it's off. I know it's off. It's like I just need to start again, right?
Yeah.
So as a start, I need to use my willpower to start again.
Oh, very beautiful. Okay.
That's how you make your habit pattern stick. You just need to continue repeat every day and every day and every day until it is being programmed into your body system or your mind.
That brush teeth. How brush teeth? You don't brush teeth today, you feel weird,
Yes.
right? So it's the
Yes.
same thing.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's a beautiful closing. So what I can hear from you is basically how to form a good habit or how to form a habit that you want. The first thing, you have to have a goal. What do you exactly want? Be clear about it. Second thing is I also hear that you're saying to, be kind to yourself. Understand that, hey, everybody has a habit, everybody has a relapse time. You don't have to bash yourself, oh, push, this is not happening. You don't have to do that. You just have to be kind to yourself and say, okay, this has happened. How can I go back? So with that process itself, you also have your own awareness of, hey, it's okay.
It's okay.
With that awareness, you take the next action, the next step.
You will come back on track.
And you come back on track and you come back faster. And that is where you need to give yourself, oh, good job.
Give a pat for yourself.
Yes,
and that's how you build your habit.
Correct. So with this, we want to show you what Hui Ting actually does. She has an online community, online web series called Keep It Up. And I really love the Keep It Up tagline. Keep it up,
Dress up, show up, keep it up.
Yes, dress up, show up, and keep it up. So we should watch a clip of Keep It Up to see what is it that Hui Ting offers.
Guys, welcome to Keep It Up, where you dress up, show up, and keep it up, yeah?
Keep It Up web series. So if you're interested to know and find out more, how can you also join this online community of Keep It Up web series? It's a subscription base. It's only, how much is it a month?
60 ringgit a month.
Yes, only 60 ringgit a month, and every
month, every month we will have 3 sessions. So not only that, we have Keep It Up, because one thing I learned throughout my throughout the working with my clients, and what I see is, as early as you start to build your new habit, that's better. If you already above 18 and above, not to say can, you need to have a little bit more willpower, a little bit more discipline to do that. So in Keep It Up, we have Keep It Up Adult. Every month we have 3 sessions. You get to work out live together with me, and then 30 minutes. No worries, only 30 minutes. And then we will have a Keep It Up Kids as well, because we need to start to cultivate that, what's that called? The healthy habit since young, right? We always say that. And Keep It Up Kids also happen every Thursday at 5 p.m. Every month we'll have 3 sessions.
Yeah, so basically cultivate your healthy habit earlier as possible. If not, you can always start now. It's never too late to actually be concerned about your health and take it seriously. You only have one life anyway. Sorry. I think that's all from us. That's all from us. We really only have one life. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's ET Youth Talk Show. You can follow us on ET Youth, or you can join our Telegram group to keep updated. What is the next topic? Because we have a whole row of guest speakers have been arranged for the next upcoming few months. So we will be releasing the topic soon, and we will be releasing the registration soon too. Do follow us. Do also join our Telegram group. We have also dropped in the chat itself of the website where you can contact Hui Ting on her WhatsApp, or you can contact Hui Ting on her website to find out more about Keep It Up Kids and Keep It Up Adult, where you can start early to manage your health, your mind, and your body fitness. So, Hui Ting, any last words?
Thank you for having me here today to share about this topic.
Thank you, Hui Ting, for being here. Can you give Hui Ting a round of applause? Okay, that's all from us. Bye-bye. See you next month.
Oh, yes.